Welcome to Foodie's Point, Christmas Series 2020 Recipe number 7, Wheat Biscuits and Wheat Kalkals. This is a Goan recipe. Let's get into the video to check out the recipe. Take wheat flour of 2 cups and firstly sift the wheat flour well. Take 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and sift well. Add 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of hot oil, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds and mix well using a wooden spatula. Add water little by little and make a soft dough. We need to get a puri consistency dough, so ensure you add water little by little to get the proper consistency of the dough. Look how well our dough is kneaded. Now let's grease some oil and keep it aside for at least 1 hour. Now it's 1 hour, so let's knead well at least for 5 minutes to make a soft dough. Roll the dough and divide into 2 equal portions, as we are going to make 2 recipes in 1 dough. Give a soft roll on 2 dough and keep it aside. We need some oil, fork, cutter and knife to actually make our recipe. Now let's grease some oil on the rolling board and the rolling pin. Take a small ball from one portion and roll well on the chopping board. Ensure you grease some oil on top of the dough and as well as on the rolling board. And roll using the rolling pin like a chapati. Just check the thickness of the dough. It should not be thinner like chapati and not too much thicker as well. Using a knife, cut the chapatis into your desired shapes as shown in the video. Now check the thickness of the biscuits. Now take a parchment paper and place them on the paper and keep it aside. Now take another ball and spread like a chapati. You may use cutters for making your own desired shaped biscuits. Grease the cutters with oil and press the cutters gently to give different shapes. If you do not have these cutters, you may also use a bottle's or a tiffin box cap and then try with different shapes. This is actually a traditional Goan recipe where this homemade wheat biscuits or maida biscuits is generally prepared during Christmas season. Now gently remove the extra flattened dough and keep it aside. Look how well our biscuits are. Now let's place it on the parchment paper and keep it aside. Take a small ball from the second portion. Roll well using your hands and on the rolling board. Now cut half-inch slices using a knife. Take a fork, turn upside down and grease some oil on that. Now take a small ball and gently tap on the fork. Press slightly and roll backwards to get the design. Give a small press using the fork to stick well. Look at the cute kalkals. Yes. Now let's make kalkals in a similar way and keep it aside. Do follow my video to make this as easily as possible. This is one of the very tastiest and yummiest kalkals recipe. Now let's place all the kalkals on the parchment paper and keep it aside. Now let's start frying the biscuits first. Take a wok and add the biscuits one by one slowly into the hot oil. Keep flipping the biscuits one by one and fry them until light brown and transfer them into a colander to drain out any excess oil. Let's fry the remaining biscuits in the same way. Ensure you do not fry as I have fried, because once it cools down it becomes more crispier, also dark in color. Let's fry the kalkals in the same way. Since the oil is heated well, the kalkals will get fried very quickly. Ensure you fry till light brown. Allow it to cool down to become more crispier and tastier. Check out our crispy biscuits and kalkals recipe. If you like this video, do share to your friends and family. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you all.